Good morning and welcome to This Week. Breaking overnight, shutdown, showdown. The House takes a hard line on Obamacare, all but assuring a government shutdown just one day from now. This morning, all the breaking details and what it means for you. President Clinton weighs in.
There are times when you have to call people's bluff.
Plus, Paul Krugman and Bill Kristol join the debate on our Powerhouse Roundtable. And a bombshell breakthrough.
Today, President Obama surprised everyone.
The president's historic phone call with Iran's new leader.
We have a unique opportunity to make progress.
But is Iran really ready to reject nuclear weapons? Or is this charm offensive cover for building the bomb? We put the tough questions to Iran's foreign minister live. It's an ABC News exclusive. All that plus President Clinton's surprising take on Hillary's presidential run. Right here this Sunday morning.
From ABC News, This Week with George Stephanopoulos starts now.
Two breaking stories this morning, and we begin with that tense scene in the House overnight.
A shutdown is not a tactic. It is a failure for this country.
Please accept the compromise and keep the government open.
When it all wrapped up, House Republicans passed a bill that would keep the government open only if Obamacare was delayed for a year. That is a non-starter with Democrats. So let's get more on what happens next from our chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl. And John, hard to say how long it will last, but this makes some kind of shutdown late tomorrow, all but certain.
Oh, that's right, George. Positions have hardened. Time is running out. I would now put the chances of a government shutdown at 99.9%. It was after midnight at a raucous session last night that the House did what they did. The bill, what it would actually do, it would fund the government until December. It would delay Obamacare for 1 year, and it would repeal a tax on medical devices that's part of the health care law. They also separately passed a provision that would fund the troops regardless of a government shutdown. The White House response was swift, George. To Jay Carney saying today Republicans in the House of Representatives moved to shut down the government. And it's hard to disagree with that because the Senate absolutely will not pass what just passed in the House. And George, the Senate doesn't get back into session until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That is 10 hours before the government shuts down.
So they send their bill right back to the House. What happens next?
Well, unclear, but what I am hearing this morning from Republicans is they will still attempt to put provisions in there dealing with the health care law and send it back to the Senate. This ping pong back and forth will go. No signs of compromise on either side.
And then the question is, how long does that go? A couple of days, or does it stretch on maybe up to the point where we reach that second major deadline, the debt limit reached on October 17th? Far more serious, but does this back and forth make it more likely that we'll avoid a confrontation over the debt limit?
Well, there are two schools of thought on this. One is that this works out so poorly for the Republicans that they realize they can't go to the brink again with the debt ceiling. On the other side of this, George, positions have gotten so hardened here, and there's such division that it's hard to imagine a compromise on the debt ceiling either. That said, I should tell you that aides to the Speaker of the House tell me that they are confident that the debt ceiling will be dealt with, that there will not be a default. I just can't see exactly how we get there by October 17th.